I just realized I haven't named this segment yet. I'm gonna start calling this Breakfast with QuickTics. Alright, I just made these beautiful, lovely pancakes, and if you couldn't tell, Aunt Jemima here has been canceled. So I bought out the entire Walmart stock of Aunt Jemima just to sell them in about 10 years or so for about $100. Why am I using an accent? I don't even know. Alright. And so this section, you watch me eat. If you didn't know anything about me, my biggest, what's that called? The biggest thing I hate is when people chew loudly with their food. So let's just, you like that? Okay, good. I'm just gonna keep on eating here and start talking. So, not to mention I used Mrs. Butterworth syrup instead of these guys, because obviously I'll be signing these, which will make it worth even more. Probably sell them for, let's say, these two for $1, these two for 10, these two for 100, these two for 1,000, and that one for 10,000. How about that? Okay, that'll work. I'm thinking I'll probably even hand deliver it to you if you buy the did I say 10,000? Yeah, 10,000. I might even do $1 million for one of them. That pancake box is $1 million. There we go. All right. If you want to buy it, just message me and we can make a deal. All right. So news today. My favoriteest thing that I saw when I woke up was a community saying the Pledge of Allegiance loudly and proudly and cheering at the end. Alright, that's my favorite thing of the day, and honestly I think I should wake up every day to that. It wasn't my community, but here's a video of that.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah. I love how they cheer at the end. I'm going to be honest with you. Ever since all of this rioting and looting and burning places down and stuff has been going on, and then people kneeling for the national, not for the national anthem, in, let's say, protest against the national anthem, I have no problem with that. I mean, whatever, but it's just a little bit anti-American if you ask me. But ever since then, I have never more proudly sang the Star-Spangled Banner and also proudly said the Pledge of Allegiance in my entire life until at this point, just because of these guys. And if anything, it's making me more proud to be an American, even though I have some foolish friends that don't know what they're talking about. And especially with sports, that drives me nuts. I'm a big Jazz fan. Look what I'm not a Jazz fan. And now look, I messed that up. I am not a Jazz fan anymore. I mean, they'll still be in my heart because, but kind of blew 84 for me, but even though I wasn't born yet. I just feel like they're losing like literally 90% of their base. I mean, I was working at Cold Stone last night, and this guy came in with a Jazz shirt, and he was talking about how let's see. Yeah, he just said, he's like, yeah, I'm not watching Jazz anymore. I'm not watching basketball. I'm not watching baseball. I'm not watching, what was the other one? Oh, nobody cares about baseball. Football, of course. He's not watching football. And then, hey, congrats to Tom Brady for finally standing up and saying you're not part of his team if you kneel for during the pledge of the Star-Spangled Banner, sorry. Kudos to him, but this guy, yeah, he told me, he's like, yeah, I don't care for sports anymore, and to be honest, this Rona has kind of helped us to be deprived of sports and realize that we don't actually need it all the time, and so, a good thing for those wives that want their husbands back, if you know what I mean. Anyway, yeah, so, he told me he's going to take up rodeo. Not himself, but he's going to start watching rodeo. And I'm like, hey, that's a good idea. As I'm over the counter, chop, chop, fold, fold, the ice cream, And so I really looked up to him because I had never considered that. Because I was thinking, hey, I'm so excited to go watch these basketball games for the Jazz. And then I realized, you know what? In peaceful protests, I'm going to change my interests for something better. Okay? And if you haven't noticed, Team Utah usually wins about nationals or worlds in a lot of rodeo stuff, so I think that's pretty dope. So that, probably wrestling. I mean, why does sports need to be political? It doesn't. I thought sports was supposed to be a way to get out of politics. It was supposed to get a way out of the world, and now they're just ruining it with stuff. I mean, whatever politics it is, it doesn't matter if you're kneeling or not. I just think that that was one uniting factor, but apparently they're just separating it, and they're losing my support, obviously. And I feel like if you want to really make a change in this, you would also pull out of it. I'm not saying you have to, but something to consider, definitely. So lately these photos have been going around social media of specifically women, and they're black and white, of them posing like I don't like using this word because it's inappropriate technically. I'm going to say a sexy photo of them, but it's black and white, and they say challenge accepted on it. I'm like, what does that even mean? What is that about? And then I realized, and they also have a gripe about it, about people saying, oh, you're looking at me, like there's too many creepers commenting on it. I'm like, well, what do you think if you post like that on social media? And so I'm just like, you know what, I don't think that's what social media is about. How about you keep that to yourself? And so I posted one of myself on Parler. If you want to see that, it's right here. Obviously, I have a growing personality along with my double chins. So, yeah, if you want to follow me at Parler, that's 1776 QuickTics on Parler. I don't have any friends over there yet because all I'm doing is following all the bigwigs, and none of the little guys like us, civilians, are going down to watch that. So that's all that is. Other big news, 100 police departments pulled out of the DNC National Convention. That's awesome because they're getting what they're sowing for. I don't know what that saying was. They are, they saw, I don't know how they didn't see it coming. Like, honestly, like all of these, especially celebrities in Hollywood too, they're just like, oh, we need to defund the police. Oh, they're so evil. I'm just like, and then they're the ones in the gated communities, and they also have security guards following them all over the place. I'm like, you guys are so hypocritical. Anyway, enough said about that. I don't really like talking about that. It's kind of contentious, so whatever. Good news today. At 5 a.m., NASA... well, I gotta start eating here. Sorry, I'm just talking, ranting. It's interesting when you see me eat. Yeah, NASA, they launched a rocket to Mars today, and it's called the Mars 2020 Perseverance rover. I thought that's pretty dope, considering that they're going to be landing on Mars by, I think President Trump said 2030. So I think that's a great goal. I think that helps us all come back to what America's about, innovation and the American dream. And so I think that's plenty awesome. All right, I gotta finish my pancakes here. Oh, so recently I posted a video on the topic of abortion on QuickTics, and it's which one was it? I think it was the life and health of the mother. Yeah, it was the life and health of the mother, and that's like right up here. I don't know if you can see that in the frame rate or anything, but yeah, so life and health of the mother, that video. And there was a typo, an error, and I'll show you that clip right here. Conceptions. I did not need to add that S at the end. And so, I mean, I'll call it out. I'm not going to edit it and redo it just because we're all human here. And I think it's fine. Like, some people need to be perfect all the time, and that's definitely not me. As you can tell, I got some syrup on this tablecloth, and my mother would not be proud. But, you know, that's it. That's all I wanted to show you is I feel like a lot of times in politics, especially Washington, they all try to double down on their standards, and they all try to, if they say some crappy things like Ilhan Omar, when it's all about the Benjamins. Was that Ilhan Omar? Definitely was an AOC. Anyway, one of the Fantastic Three. But, so that goes with that. Just like in all politics on all sides of the spectrum. Doesn't matter if you're Democrat, Republican, Independent. I just feel like there's no humility. And I feel like the world would go around in a better place if we personally had a little bit of humility ourselves. And it goes against the natural man, and it's definitely hard to overcome. And so, along with that, one of the things I do at the end of all of my videos is I say what I'm grateful for. The reason I do this is because it allows me to recognize what other people and what God have done for me. And in a way, it's a sense of humility. I'm not trying to say I'm humble or anything, but it helps me to be more grateful and more happy. I have more joy in my life because of it. And I'm going to tell you, if you comment down below one thing you're grateful for, that is if you've seen the rest of this video, because I'm just eating some pancakes here. If you comment down below and say something you're grateful for, and it doesn't have to be anything big. Like, honestly, today, I'll tell you what I'm grateful for. Today, I'm grateful for Q-tips, because my ears canals are clean. Honestly, I really am. I mean, I don't know what I would do without them. Like, I probably wouldn't. I don't know what I was gonna say, but girls probably wouldn't be after me if my ears were full of nasty wax, if you know what I mean. But anyway, yeah, comment down below something you're grateful for. On YouTube, I'm gonna make comments available. Usually on most of my videos, I don't. Hold on, let me eat here. Just because I don't like the stupid people like go kill yourself like in the comments down below. That's just pathetic. So I deprived them of that opportunity. Whoa. Anyway, I'll leave the comments open below in this one. I usually don't read them, but it's just for you to not proudly, that's pride, to humbly recognize what God has done for you today, and also what other people have helped you out with today. And I feel like the world would go along with a better place. And also recognize when you are wrong. And then fix it. A lot of people just say, "This is who I am. This is me." I hope that you would find your identity through God, because that is your truest and most purest form of identity is through God, and He's your Father in heaven, your spiritual Father, and He created your spirit, and frankly, created everything around you. And so why wouldn't you be grateful for everything? Anyways, I'm just ranting on now, but hey, if you like these, let's say, well, what did I say? A penny for these two, $1, $10. No, I said $1. Yep, $1 for these two, 10. 100, 1,000, 10,000, and 1,000,000 for that box of pancake stuff. In the video, you probably saw me using that. No, I used some like off-brand pancake mix, which is why I really don't want to finish this. But since I'm grateful for these pancakes, I will finish these. Anyway, and I also use Miss Butterworth's syrup because I obviously got to sell these. I'll sign one of them. You can keep the other one, just for keepsakes. Hey, if you want some, just message me. Hey, okay? All right? And I'll keep them on forever, even if I don't get famous. And I don't want to be famous because it's just family and friends, am I right? That's my big goal here, is just to inform family and friends on what's going on. So, you heard the news about the challenge accepted. The Mars rover, the Perseverance, the police department's pulling out of the DNC. I think that's awesome because they're getting what they're asking for. And Pledge of Allegiance. I couldn't be more proud for people who proudly stand for the flag and for what it stands for. What the flag stands for is frankly what I was talking about earlier about our identity through God, and that we're all created in the image of God, that we're all created equal. And the founding fathers knew that, and these principles transcend time. And so all of this political stuff, it doesn't matter what you think. We are all created equal. We have so much value through our Heavenly Father. And I am so grateful that I can know this and that I can be on this page. And I hope that you can understand that too. And now that you know through your mind, I want you to know in your heart. So I would exhort you to pray and ask God if, as you study the scriptures, if those things are true. And I'm thankful for my family and friends. Thank you for joining me, even if there are but a few. Love you guys. God bless.